Well, after getting jeered by Republicans at the State of the Union for claiming some of them are pushing to cut entitlements like Social Security and Medicare, President Biden took his message on the road this week, where he tried to repeat the accusations to crowds of friendly people. And he even name-checked our next guest. Joining us now is Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. Senator, good to see you.
Well, Sean, hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great. Hey, Senator, before we get to the president's claim about you, I want to get your reaction to the news about this high-flying object that was shot down over Alaskan airspace just a few hours ago. Obviously, a very different tactic than we saw just a week ago with the balloon that they waited till it traversed our entire country.
Well, I wish the administration would have been as forthright with the initial weather balloon and been talking to the American public about what was happening all along and what the rationale was. You know, we got a secure briefing. Personally, I don't think there's anything in there that's particularly classified. That should have been an open session where the American people could hear questions being posed to the administration by members of Congress. So again, I don't know anything about this particular object. They probably did the right thing.
All right. So, again, I do want to get to these claims, but the censorship, and you testified in the House this week, we continue to see it over and over again, and it always goes in one direction, right? You were at the forefront of testifying this week about some of this stuff, but we've seen it now again with our own network getting deplatformed. What do you think about what's been happening to Newsmax in particular in this issue with DirecTV deplatforming us?
Well, I don't think conservatives really have acknowledged or really have a full grasp of how the radical left has infiltrated every institution, not only in the U.S., but also globally, and the dire impact that has on our politics, on our freedoms, on our democracy. And, you know, what is happening right now with a woke corporation, what they're doing to Newsmax is just one of the examples of what we're dealing with. But this goes, you know, to the heart of what we've been experiencing with the weaponization of federal agencies against U.S. citizens. We're not getting the truth. We have, over the years, over the decades, Congress has willingly granted or given up their constitutional authority to the executive branch, I think, oftentimes just to avoid accountability. And the presidents have willingly grabbed that. And we've got a more pervasive deep state that's primarily populated by leftists. It's a real problem, and we've got to come to grips with that and figure out how to counter it as conservatives.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. I think at some point we're going to wake up one day if we don't start to fight back and realize that we've lost any outlets that will broadcast voices like yours and investigations like yours. So I appreciate your comments, but I do want to get back to the president being in your home state, where he literally name-checked you making this claim. Take a listen.
You have a senator named Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson on Social Security and Medicare, quote, "We should transfer everything, so we have to consider everything every year." Come on, man.
All right, so why don't you just tell us what your plan is and what you're thinking, so that you don't have to have it said through the words of President Biden.
Sure. Well, you notice the quote didn't say anything about Social Security.
I know.
All I've ever said about Social Security is I want to save it. What I am pointing out is the fact that we have 70% of our budget called mandatory spending, and forget the title. It's what they name it. It's off budget. It's never looked at. It's bankrupting our nation. And what I've been suggesting is we need to look at the budget in totality and start prioritizing spending. Obviously, the commitments we've made to seniors in terms of Social Security, Medicare, to our veterans, those are top priorities. Last year, we took in $4.9 trillion of revenue. That's more than enough to cover Social Security, defense, VA, Medicare, Medicaid. We might have to cut things like Education Department, other lesser priorities in terms of government. But the greatest threat to Social Security or Medicare or any government program is our massive deficit spending, our massive and growing debt. That's the greatest danger. Really, Mike Mullen said that's the greatest threat to our freedom is our massive debt. And people like President Biden are just whistling by the graveyard. Too many people in Washington are doing that.
Listen, the reality is, and you're absolutely right, it's going bankrupt. The trustees say so. Failing to actually acknowledge that is at best irresponsible. And I think you're acting in a mature, responsible way by acknowledging and giving people the information they need. Senator Ron Johnson, always appreciate you being here. And thanks for being a real voice and bringing common sense to Washington. Thanks a lot.
Have a good day.